Hello, everyone, and welcome back to My Opinion. Day 3 of his fifth test match has come to a close. England are 50 for 1, chasing 374. And India resumed their batting today on 75 for 2, and I was critical of the decision to send Akashdeep out as a night watchman. I think he's got 66 off 94. The third wicket fell, I think, in the late 150s, and that was what set that initial foundation for India to go on alongside Jaiswal's fantastic knock to take India to 396. And we've seen the weakness to the incoming delivery, especially with Shubman Gill, with the way he was dismissed today. At times with KL Rahul and Dhruv Jurel, also the way he was dismissed today. Where when my brother has been on this channel, he's appeared on this channel, he's also said that the incoming delivery appears to be a weakness for a lot of the Indian batsmen, and I think the same. If they don't fix that technical error, then you've got someone like a Shubman Gill, who's the highest run scorer in the series by far with 4 centuries, yet people are saying he's got quite a few low scores surrounding that. And I'm not saying they should diminish his contribution. He's been fantastic this series. However, if he wants to maximize his gains, then I think that the technical glitch should be worked on. Will they do that? I don't know. I don't think so, considering what we have seen in the past. And I've spoken about this England bowling attack where you've got 3 bowlers. They've been bowling Jamie Overton on a very cautious basis. He bowled 22 overs because they've only got 3 bowlers. Josh Tongue picked up a fifer, and people are saying he can bowl unplayable deliveries. And to that, I'll say, you saw how the ball was moving around in the first 2 days, and the pitch will be very good to bat on tomorrow. It was starting to ease out today. In that case, do you need to bowl well to pick up 5 wickets at times? At times, with the ball veering out from the surface, the ball can do something on its own, and that's why I feel this whole concept that sometimes you can bowl and play with deliveries. You've got to consider the surface that you are playing on a usual surface. With Josh Tongue's accuracy, would this, but even this one, 525 after going for a lot of runs at a decent economy rate, 4 and over. Is that something you could say is impactful? I wouldn't think so. And Gus Atkinson usually isn't an economical bowler, and he was tiring as well because you've only got 3 bowlers. And I was disappointed with the way he bowled to Washington Sundar. Yes, he was tiring, but bowling in the low 130 kph mark to someone who's been playing the same shot repeatedly, and the ball's going for 4 and 6, and that 1 over was what took India, in my view. I thought they'd have a lead of less than 350. It took them to 374 because of that over. And you've seen with the way England batted, I thought their approach has been good thus far. You've seen some deliveries they've capitalized and taken boundaries. Apart from that, they've been measured. And if Mohammad Siraj had not dismissed Zach Crowley in the last ball of the day, I would have said that England held the advantage going into stumps. Because England need 324 runs to win, I've got faith in India that they can win this match. But I think we saw on the first test 371 runs to win, and especially with only 3 fast bowlers. When the batsmen score a couple of boundaries, the field is spread, and in the first innings and in this innings, the fast bowlers have been going for runs. They postponed the entry of Mohammad Siraj to first change, I think, because of his tiredness. He's bowled a lot in this series. Prasidh Krishna, he hasn't been hitting the correct lengths, and we saw that once again in this innings. Akashdeep is a good bowler, but he's in going for runs in both the innings. You've got 2 defensive spinners in Washington and Jadeja. Traditionally, the spinners will have a say on days 4 and 5 at the Oval. But despite their defensive spinners, meaning if the batsmen score 1 or 2 boundaries off the other bowlers, the thing India should not do is spread the field for the spinners so they can milk them. In that case, the runs will be flowing. India have made that mistake, especially in the first test, and you also saw in the previous test when they gave above 600 runs with the ball. I hope they don't do that, despite they have got the runs to play with. England are effectively 50 for 2 because Chris Woakes will not bat. It's all on how India managed things tactically. As I said in the first innings, they got away with it because the workload wasn't too high. It was only 52 overs. In this case, now the match will finish tomorrow, but England may bat for a long time despite India having a chance to win. They should keep the spinner at one end to contain, and then you've got the fast bowler to attack from the other end. If you front load the fast bowlers, they go for runs and they get weary, then you'll get a problem. England may gain momentum. So that is why I think India have got to be mindful of that. So I still think because of the runs required to win, India, I have faith in them to win this match, but it depends on how they manage things. England have got to take advantage that the field would be spread if they pick up a couple of boundaries. And if they go with the 2 boundaries or 1 or 2 boundaries and rotating the strike approach, then they will win this match. Let's see how things go. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, share with friends, and it's my opinion. What's yours?